Well, folks, I'm back after about a week absence here, and you'll notice there's some tape on these windows on the end. The upstairs has been papered. There's uprights there on the deck for railings. We'll walk in here to the garage. All of the windows are now installed. I have to pick up another roll of flashing for the windows, maybe 2 rolls depending on the size of the roll, but other than that they're done. The replacement doors are supposed to be delivered a week from tomorrow. We'll walk in here and you can see that our windows have been installed. Go ahead and walk in here, show you some of what's been done. Refrigeration lines have been run. That's that black insulated line with the copper. All of the lighting has been run. Let's see if I can get it's tough to see, there's no lights in here yet. See the wires sticking down out of the blue boxes. We have windows. So all my windows are installed. And if you look over here, you'll see the return air for my ductwork has been installed. So we're almost done down here. Unfortunately, insulation is, let's see, this is October 3rd as I film this. Insulation will not be until the 16th, 17th, and 18th of November. So once again, we're running into some delays. And I can't remember if I've gotten a picture of the deck completely done. So we'll run up and grab that, and then I'm gonna wire the furnace thermostat. So let me go upstairs and get that done, and I'll bring you back. So I came out to the back here, and you'll see that the whole back has been papered. All the back windows are in, and you'll see there's trim up around the windows. So we're making headway up here, and I'll walk in. And I don't know how well this is going to show on video. So I didn't have a good screwdriver for this the other day. So this is my thermostat, and I will try to get some pictures here. Here, my wife coming up the stairs. I might have her hold the camera here in a minute. I'll be right back. So real quick, I wanted to take a tour around here. I wasn't 100% sure I had gotten the decking videoed, and then in those packages on the trailer, that is the tongue and groove pine soffit that will be going up here, the ceiling of the deck. The local mill produces a healthy percentage of all the tongue and groove pine produced in the United States, and it all comes from these local pine trees. So we can buy that here pretty cheap as compared to most people who will pay a fortune for it. So that's our deck. We'll go back in here and get my wife to hold the camera, and I'll show you how to wire an air conditioning and heating thermostat. Okay, so we got a little better light here now. So I wanted to show you, this is for a single stage heat, single stage cooling application. I prefer the little round thermostats. I like simple. In almost all instances on a 24 volt thermostat system, red is your power wire, blue is common, yellow, see if I can get this to stand out here. I got two of them mixed up. Yellow is for your compressor run on air conditioning, green is for your internal fan on your furnace, and white is used for your heating. And most thermostats will have corresponding terminals marked so things match. Now, one thing you may see a lot of is, I don't know how well this is going to show, but you'll see these two terminals here are marked RC and RH. And in olden times, 40 years ago, you would have 24 volt thermostat power supplies on both the indoor and outdoor units. That was changed many, many, many years ago for the most part, and that jumper you see in there, that brass colored jumper, is so the two power supplies are now one. If you ever have one where there are two separate power supplies, they do have to be hooked up separate. So that's it. Again, if this is a heat pump or something, a lot more of these wires would be used. I had a roll of 8 conductor thermostat wire, so I went ahead and used it. If I ever have a bad wire, I've got some spares built in. So I'm going to hand this off to my wife, and hopefully she's going to be able to focus in here. See if we can get this light. So now the trick is this jumper really wants to fight with you and not let you get the wire in. So it's kind of a little bit of a fight. There's red. And then on this side it's green, white, yellow, and blue from top to bottom. Now this is a temporary hookup right now because I have to have heat in here for drywall, which will come right after. Oop, I did it wrong. It was green, white, yellow, and blue.
It's raining.
Yeah, I hear it. It's raining. Anyway, this is a temporary hookup just so I can get heat. If you have an old thermostat that's mercury, it's got a mercury switch in it, you have to have it tight and perfectly level. That's not necessarily the case anymore. Again, and this is a temporary, once the drywall's on, I'll have to redo this hookup, but we have to test the furnace, and the furnace actually does have a problem, which I'll try to catch tonight when I go down there to work on it. Okay, and that's all that's there. Tuck those wires in. Couple things I want to point out also. If you notice this board back here, this is backup. A lot of people don't do this, and they're trying to mount this thing to the drywall using these insert anchors, and that doesn't work out so hot. And then you'll notice I have a lot of extra wire coiled up down here, and that is that's done deliberately so I have extra wire just in case. So that's hooked up temporarily. I'm going to go down and try to wire up the furnace now, and I'll show you the error that was made by the factory on that. Okay, we're down here at the furnace, and this is a Goodman furnace. This is the circuit board that controls the heat and fan functions. And you'll notice here we have thermostat wires. We have two thermostat wires. One's coming from the thermostat, one's going out to the air conditioning unit, and this is the binding post where you tie them all together. And you'll see the yellow wire you have from the thermostat and to the air conditioner. White wire you just have from the thermostat. You're not running heat off the air conditioner. Power and common, and then the green wire's fan. So that's only coming from the thermostat to run the fan, which is located inside of this housing. So I hooked power to this up yesterday, or power up to this yesterday. It wouldn't run. And I got to looking and found this wire just dangling. If you follow this wire back, it goes to your 24-volt transformer. If you look on the board, this terminal right here says transformer. So you hook that up, and in theory, hear the clicks. A little light comes on. Fan comes on. And you're moving air. So that was all there was to it. I just wanted to show that it was, you know, that sometimes they don't come assembled properly. Again, all this is stuff you have to worry about. Now, if you're just acting as your main contractor and you're paying subs to do everything else, well, then you don't have to worry about any of this stuff. But again, I'm saving a lot of money. I know a lot of people are probably wondering. The current rate, I spent most of my working career in Washington State. And right now, the current rate for a house like this is in the neighborhood of $200 a square foot. You know, give or take a little bit when you're paying somebody else to do everything. Now, I want to emphasize where I come from. At this point in time, we would have had a excavation inspection, a footing inspection, a pouring inspection, a framing inspection, an HVAC inspection, an electrical inspection, and there's a flooring inspection, and we still have a little bit of plumbing to finish, waiting on the gas line to be finished, which I needed the furnace for to do a final leak check with the propane company. So plumbing inspection, and then we could actually get it down to insulation, drywall, whatnot. Where I live here, there is only an electrical and a septic permit. That's it. Now there are other areas of Wyoming where there's more than that. But here, that's all there is. Electrical and septic. So I wanted to show a couple of other things here. Like for instance, in Washington, this is called panning in the joists. Basically use your joists as a return air trap. Not legal in Washington. Here it's legal. And it's an energy savings thing. Electrical here. A lot of you who've done this before have pounded ground rods. Well, if you look at that bare copper wire, you'll see that's what's called a UFER ground. And basically my ground is within the whole concrete structure of the building. My editor's gonna have a fit. I see that I've got a smudge on the lens again. Let's see, anything else? Anyway, to get back to my point, I'm gonna end up at this. This house is 7,340 square feet. That does not count the deck. It does count the garage. That's total dimensions. Again, 2-bedroom with a lot of wide walkways and stuff because my wife is handicapped. And my wife likes antiques as much as I do. So this entire downstairs basement is storage. So the actual living area of this house is only going to be right at 4,000 square feet, 3,800, 4,000. I'm going to be into this house for between $580,000 and $600,000 when all is said and done. But I know how to do a lot of it. I've done my own running around for materials. I've done my own electrical, plumbing, HVAC, things that I would have had to pay dearly for. For instance, my electrical, I'm currently at right at $1 a square foot for my electrical where I'm at right now in materials. If I were to pay to have this done in Washington, the jobs I used to work on, we would be at about $6 a square foot right now. So that's just one little bit of my savings. I think that is everything I have to show you tonight. Probably won't be much more now until the doors show up next week, hopefully. And once those are done, we'll bring you back. I'll take you around here to the plumbing, see if I can get some decent light on it. The reason I'm holding off on the plumbing, here is that 4-inch pipe right there is my main out. I've got a 3-inch right there, and there's another 3-inch right outside of this wall that has to come in. But if you look, you see that black iron pipe up there, that's gas line. And there's this one run that goes up above the ductwork. I want to make sure all the leaks are finished up and checked before I put that plumbing in there and get it in my way. So with that, that's our latest. I'll bring you back when the doors are here, and we'll start talking about the order. Oh, I can do that now. Let me spin this around here. So, at this point in time, the next thing that I need subcontracted out is the insulation. And he is booked until November 16th, so that's when I scheduled him. And it's a 3-day job to insulate this place, he says. The drywaller is then scheduled to come in right after that, and he said it's a week to 10 days for him to hang the drywall and tape and texture. We are going to drywall the downstairs non-concrete walls. We are not going to drywall the ceiling down here, except in the spa room, which is directly to my left. If I ever have a problem, then I can get to the stuff to fix it. I've done some pressure lines And let's see if you can get this up here. I really like ball valves. So I got a ball valve there. That is for the toilet in the guest bathroom. Or no, wait a minute. No, we put a pot filler in for our dog's food and water station, and that's what that shutoff valve is for. Let's see. Anyway, after that comes paint, and I have not got the painter scheduled, but it's going to have to be roughly 10th to the 15th of December. Then we can start laying the flooring. And as soon as the flooring's done, the cabinets, which we don't have an ETA on yet, they're supposed to be here in December. The cabinets can start being laid, or set, I shouldn't say laid, that's for the flooring. I can start trim out of tile, electrical, plumbing. I'm not installing the cabinets, somebody else is. But I am doing the trim out on the electrical and the plumbing and the HVAC, which is just a matter of registers and grills. And let's see, that will, that'll start mid-December trim out. We were hoping to be in January. I don't think I can get that much done that quick. I think we're probably looking at February, because I'm going to do my own tile work as well. We're tiling the half shower in the half bath up there and the master tub and shower. With that, I think that brings you up to date on everything. I will bring you back when we've got some more done and there's some more good stuff to show you. For now, thanks for watching. And just so you know, I am going to video this weekend. I have to do wheel bearings on my diesel pickup, and I'm going to show you that good, bad, and ugly, start to finish. Hopefully they'll come apart reasonably easy, and we'll show you how that